Hey guys, it's Riley here coming back at you with another video, and today we're going to be focusing on Reno's Lufenia event. Now, if you're wondering why I didn't really upload on the night of the event for the Lufenia fight, it's because I was really trying to practice my way into not using Reno and not using Lightning. Now, I can do this without Reno with absolutely no problem whatsoever. Doing this without Lightning is extremely noticeable on how lower the DPS is. Now, I'm not saying by any standard that you cannot do this without Lightning. You absolutely can do this without her. If you have something like Noctis or Ardyn hanging out in the back, you can definitely pull him up to the front lines with this fight. It's just that the strategies that I think of and that I have available to me with the current roster that I have works well with Lightning being in the front. So that's why I'm using her here. But with that being said, her DPS is literally in a category all on its own. She is the goddess of chaos tier when it comes to DPS as of right now. I'm sure later down the road we'll get plenty of burst characters and just plenty of regular characters who may just blow her out of the water, we never know. But as of right now, she's basically her own tier. So we have Edward here as our support character and to lay down some debuffs on the boss, because if we are not aware, the Lufenia counter is frozen by base on debuffs, and we need at least 3 to freeze the counter, so he's here to help us out with that. And then we have Wool here. He's basically our tank. I wanted to bring Gladio, but we have the character of Pinello to give us the HP regen, so we can therefore take out Gladio and use Wool, because he's a little bit more consistent on the tanking side than Gladio is. Now, don't get me wrong, you can absolutely do this with Gladio. He was in my initial clear, and his counters are absolutely amazing. It's just that I think Wool is a little more consistent with this particular comp that I have here, so that's why we're using him. I was also debating on getting Edward's brand new CP armor, but I'm okay. It's just kind of iffy for me right now. I think his new CP armor only gives himself higher brave regen. I wish it was the party, because that would be really good. I could be completely wrong, so feel free to correct me in the comment section below if I'm wrong about that, but I'm pretty sure it's only for him. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump right in here. So basically, Lightning's job is to ensure that both ads are being taken care of simultaneously, because we only want to deal with the fog status together at once. It doesn't double up on anything, it doesn't, you know, do double damage or do double sap to our party, so having both up at the same time does no hindrance to our comp. So that's basically our job for Lightning, is to juggle both bosses at the same time to ensure that they're both getting down at the same time. Because inevitably we're going to kill one faster than the other, that's just how Lightning is, but she can definitely work with her DPS on getting both down at the same time. So that way, one isn't too far behind the other. Because I broke this up into phases in my kind of strategy mind. So phase 1 is the 80%, phase 2 is the 50% when they use fog status again, and then the last phase is going to be when they hit red, and of course, one of them is going to get 4 fog statuses, that's inevitable, because once one dies, that happens to the other. So there's nothing we can do about that, but 3 is the magic number. There's 3 phases in the fight that we basically need to work with. And we're going to be very sparingly use, I was like trying to think of the word as it sped out, use Edward's sleep, because we only have 3 uses, so we want to make sure that we're using them at specific times that we actually need it. So we're going to be risking a lot with this party, but nothing is, you know, without risk and reward. So that's basically what this comp is, risk and reward. I actually like the fact that they're both targeting Edward, because they're going to be sent to Wool right now anyway, because I'm going to use his LD. And is it just me, or does anyone else wish that Wool's LD actually like gave us slight heals when it hit? Maybe? Maybe that would have been too OP, who knows, but I just wish he had another heal besides his EX. Would have been so much better. I think his comp for party would have been a lot better, having another heal. But then again, he's a tank, so maybe that's why they didn't really give him too many heals. And this boss does have an aura, where basically any magic user deals 50% less damage, in case you're wondering why Edward is basically hidden for pin cushions right now, that is why. And the one time Lightning doesn't steal a turn, of course. So you would think that her LD uses as well is good at 4. For this particular fight, it is awful. I wish she had more, because I want to go ham with Lightning. It's like what my fingers are telling me to do, but I need to back away and calm down on going off with lightning. So basically we're going to use 1 LD per phase, and that is it. That's all we're going to give ourselves. And our backup lightning is basically here so we can just LD whenever we need it, if push comes to shove and we mess up. But we're not going to be messing up. We're perfect, right? At least that's what we think, or wish that we were for these Lufenia fights, because this one's a head scratcher. It really will bang your head against the wall wondering what you can bring and what to do. But that's good. It's good to know that they're keeping up with Lufenia as our rosters get more diverse and more, you know, OP broken characters get released, such as Reno. He's not broken by any means, but his pyramid debuff is absolutely in a category all on its own. It is so good. And if you end up pulling for him, he's by no means a must pull, absolutely not a must pull, but if you do end up going for him, I do pray for RNGs for you and hope you get everything you need without wasting too many resources on the banner. That's always the best outcome for everybody. And if you didn't see my pull video for him, definitely go check it out. It's very exciting. I'm not going to spoil anything. You have to go watch it for yourself. I'm just debating right now on who we should attack. I think we should attack B, honestly. So it looks like A is a little down. Down more than B is. Okay, see, she takes her turn when we don't say anything, so that's the key here. Don't tell Lightning what to do, and she'll do exactly what we need her to do. And another tidbit note here is that I didn't know Edward's EX, and not sure if it's any other skill too, it doesn't affect his sleep counter, like it won't knock it down. And I did not know that, because I was actually testing it with Edward, and I was like, oh man, there's 1 turn left on sleep, but I don't want to smack it with anything. And his EX happened to be up at the same time, so I just did that, because I was like, whatever, we'll just use EX. And it did nothing to the sleep counter, which I did not know that. So if you didn't know that, you're welcome. Can't say you didn't learn nothing in my channel. We are educational now. This is an educational channel. Not to mention, I'm actually really surprised on the amount of work that Wool has put in so far. It honestly makes me almost want to get his armor as well. And my thought process with armors is, I'm gonna use it for people that I know put in work with the team comps. And him and Edward, honestly, are really yanking at me to get their CP armors. More so Wool, because he's fully decked out with everything. I have everything for him, max arts and everything. So I might get it for Wool after this, who knows? But these two characters are definitely, like, you know, yawing at me to get their CP armors, because they honestly deserve it. At least after this Lufenia, because this Lufenia is ridiculous. Who would have thought that when Soul Cage returned, it would come back with the absolute vengeance? Not like the Soul Cage in the raid wasn't horrible enough, because even that one was giving me problems. So I don't know why Square Enix decided to come back with double the trouble on the Soul Cages. 1 was bad enough, we did not need 2. Hopefully, I think I actually might want to C65 here, because I don't want to use the LD, and then... Or actually, no, we're not going to use LD, what am I saying? I wanted to re-break on B, that's what I was trying to say, but I just saw LD, so that's why I said LD. Okay, so this hopefully will push A into its fog status. Hopefully. That's the goal. If not, that's okay too. Unfortunately, Lightning doesn't get her double turn here. I don't think she does. Yeah, she doesn't. And that did. As soon as you see it circle and buff up, that means it's going right into fog status. And another note as well, if they're in fog status and they're doing any form of attack, it will be an HP attack no matter what. It will never miss either, so keep that in mind as you're going through this fight. If they're in fog status, it will be an HP attack and it will not miss. So you need some way to take it. A tank, or to find some way to, you know, paralysis it, or HP silence. All of those work. Looks like B is going to do an all attack as well, which is fine because we have shields up, so I'm not really too worried about that. I like how Edward takes HP damage. He's like, ah! That probably didn't sound nothing like it, but it's so funny to hear him say, like, that he took damage. It's honestly really hilarious. Okay, so we're gonna break B. Hopefully that brings it into its fog status. Okay, no it didn't. And the issue that we have here right now is both A and B are back to back, so they're gonna be going twice in a row. Or at least 3 times in a row. And we don't want that. So I should honestly C65 A. And this is where things really get out of control, because now you really need to think, alright, B has its full gauge, which Lord knows how it filled up so fast after 1 hit, because I think it only went like 2 or 3 times. So it filled up pretty much immediately. And now this is where your tactics sort of have to change, at least for this comp, because if I were to break, let's say, A, or at least hopefully break it, because when it's in its fog status it has HP reduction down and Brave reduction down, that will stop it from taking a double turn, that will let Lightning get another turn, but we still need to move Edward up in order to get him to sleep both bosses. That is how this team comp deals with it, by having Edward sleep them. But we want to make sure that when we do sleep them, they're both in its fog status. We don't want to waste any sleep here. So, honestly, like, my head is telling me to take the risk and do what I just said, but for safety precautions, it's telling me to bring out the friend Lightning and break both. So we might just do that. Or I can use an LD here and keep everything the way it is with my summon there and Lightning friend in the back. Going against basically what I just said about using 1 per phase. But I need to save basically this this turn, and it needs to happen now, because I can't do it on Wool's turn. So I think I actually might go out of the way and use an LD again. That gives me only 1 time to use it within the next phase, and then I have 1 left. And then I have the burst one, of course. So hopefully this will be good. Good enough for the rest of the fight. So we'll see. If I know this will definitely put it in its fog status, because it's going to be taking a lot of damage. And of course, it didn't bring Edward up, which was the whole point, of course. Lightning, yet again, still a turn. Let's see here, we'll probably just... Yeah, there's not much else to do, because Lightning gets 3 turns here, and hopefully we will break both, bosses. Especially B, that's the one we need to break the most. Alright, so now we have another dilemma here, because if I need to at least see 65A, because I need to re-break it in order to push Edward up so I can sleep them. So we're gonna go ahead and do that, because again, like I said, once they're in fog status, they use an HP attack automatically. That's what they're gonna do. So in order to save Lightning, we have to do that. And we're just gonna slow her down by using an HP plus attack. I did not take any passes off on her, which I know is probably more ideal, but we slow Lightning down here by basically HPing attacking. That's how we slow Lightning down, in my book. Alright, there we go. So that one's done. Fog status is gone. We're gonna get a burst heal here. And then it's gonna be still sleeping, so fog status is gone for the first phase completely. And we're good now. We are good now. And we did not have to use our friend unit, and we still have summon. And another tidbit here is I actually didn't use my summon in my initial clear, so I guess that also says that you don't really have to summon in this Lufenia fight if you're playing your cards right, but definitely use it as your saving grace if you need to. Because that's definitely what the summon is hit for, is basically like your second save. That's your save button. I just realized that Edward is still in his hiding stance. I guess I completely forgot to change it. Alright, we don't want to wake A up right now, so we'll just keep them sleeping. Keep them nice and asleep. Don't want to deal with nothing. Perfect, and then A gets delayed. I could use another LD here because we are in the second phase, but I need to make sure that they are both within the realm of the 50% because we did a lot of damage to B versus A, trying to fix the turns. Alright, let's see here. We could just shield up, honestly. Might just do that. What? Whoa! Cut off lightning? Who would have thought? Who would have thought Wool would cut off lightning? Speedy tank. Speedy shield tank. Alright. Nice little burst heal there. And again, we definitely need to break B, because we don't want to take that dispel at all. We definitely don't want that that dispel going off whatsoever. I didn't even see that 54k regen that Lightning just did, because holy crap. Alright, so it looks like we may have to bring the friend unit in now. And the reason why I'm saying that is because we are in a predicament where we probably have to sleep again, and I don't want to do that unless they're in their fog status. So let's go ahead and bring the friend in. And we're actually going to LD B. And I learned this the hard way. So A has Brave and B doesn't, and it's gonna break B first. So if I were to do it like break A first, it would break B, and then nothing would move. So I don't think anything's gonna happen here, from at least my personal experience of doing this. I mean, I could just like see if it works for whatever reason. Maybe it'll break A first. Well, let's do it. Let's see if it'll break A first. I don't think it will, and then you'll see what I'm talking about. Oh, okay. I broke both at the same time. Perfect. Every time one has Brave and the other one doesn't, it never breaks them in order. It just always messes it up, which is very annoying. So, of course it works because I'm on camera as well. If I was off camera, that would never have worked. I noticed too that in the community here, we've come up with a lot of out-of-the-box team comps for this fight for you to, gather as much information as possible and to, make it your own. And I'd love to hear what you guys did in order to clear this Lufenia fight, because again, this one is a doozy. I'm not gonna say it's easy and I'm not gonna say it's hard, but it definitely requires a lot of thinking and a lot of patience and a lot of working with your team, which is good. Like I said, I'm glad that they're giving a more diverse Lufenia as we're going into a more diverse roster as well. So I definitely love to hear from you guys in the comments below what you guys been doing to clear this fight, because again, this is very interesting that our community came together with loads and loads of team comps to choose from. And if, this gives you an idea, or maybe somebody else gave you an idea, I'd love to know about it. Maybe you got an idea from another video and it, you made it your own, because, what might work for me may not work for you, which is perfectly fine. There's nothing wrong with that. I don't know, I was like, how do I have 8 skills still with Lightning? But this is the friend unit, so that's why. Alright. I could, looks like I see this is like the dilemma. I really wish LD did splash damage, because I want to LD again. And I really wish it did splash damage. But unfortunately, it does not. Darn it. Alright, see good. Now it's in its fog status, which the counters get automatically frozen because we have 3 debuffs on him, or more, because I know I see 4 there. Hopefully this one is not too far behind, which is B, the B boss. Alright, so our Lightning returns now. Lightning returns. Let's go ahead and just S1 here, because Edward is right before the bosses, which is exactly where we want him. Exactly where we want him is where he is, so cannot complain. Come on, we'll push it over, push it over. Oh, thank God. Absolutely perfect. I really wish my initial one went this clean. It did not. Needless to say, I had plenty and plenty and plenty of resets. I can literally not count the resets that I did for this on my initial clear with one hand. Or even two hands, for that matter. That's how much it was. Alright, now we can go ham, because that was the end of second phase. And let's just do an HP attack. We don't want to go too much into our skills. And I'm only saying that because we want to make sure we have enough to clear the fight up on the last phase. Alright, so B is asleep. Now we can focus on B and leave A alone. And again, as soon as they hit red, they will use their final fog status until one dies. And we have EX on Edward, which is perfect, because we're not going to touch or affect the sleep counter in any way. Which again, is absolutely amazing, because I did not know he did that. That is awesome. Please learn from my mistakes. Please. Don't make the same mistakes I did. That's why I'm here. Alright, so we have one turn of sleep on both, because we're gonna attack the one with two. Get a nice little burst heal. Alright. So, B is still sleeping, and I kinda wanna hit it, because it'll get delayed, but I'd rather have it go through its sleep versus hitting it. So I'm actually going to just S2A. Hopefully that pushes it over. Of course it doesn't. And A is doing an all attack. So honestly, I think I might summon here. I think this is the time to summon. Because I don't want to use another sleep right now until they both went into fog status for that last time, and then I will use sleep once more. And I don't want B getting its turn, of course. So it looks like we're gonna have to wake up B anyway. Alright, that should wake up B, and then delay it, perfect. And now, hopefully— oh, this is a nice little launch, I guess. Hopefully that pushed it into the red. Let's see. Nope. Of course not. That'd be too easy. Wow, Lightning's Brave is ridiculous. Her Brave is absolutely ridiculous. Go ahead and get that monstrous regen. Yep, there we go. I'm just gonna HP attack again. Still didn't push it over. Wow, okay. Maybe this will get the EX for Edward. It did, okay. Maybe this will push him over, hopefully. We'll see. No. Oh my gosh. Well, this EX definitely will. Definitely will. We're gonna be in fog status for a little bit, because I'm gonna delay it by 3 turns, basically. With the initial break and then the 2-turn delay. But it works out, because now they're both together, which is what we want. That's how we want to handle it. Hopefully Lightning doesn't take a turn, we'll see. Of course she does, why wouldn't she? Because she's Lightning, and then now we'll slow her down with an HP plus attack. Perfect! They're both in the zone that we want. And now we will go ahead and use our final sleep. And like I said, this is how we handle the last phase, so now after this, we can just go ham and not worry about nothing. Not worry about anything. Not worry about a thing. Doesn't matter what we do here, so let's just taunt. We got our elude back up. Perfect, now we're done with the fog. Until one dies, of course. I'm kinda tempted, honestly, to burst with, Wool, just so I can get another burst heal out of him. But we'll see. We'll see how it ends up being here. And we have 2 LDs, which is absolutely perfect. I was able to actually save a whole LD for that, for the second phase, which is awesome. That leaves us 2 to deal with here. When we desperately need to start saving our skills, so that honestly came in handy. EX the other, boss ad. Boss ad. Same thing, right? No difference. Alright. So we're gonna be bursting soon. Because I want to make sure that when I burst, they're both dead. I don't want to burst and kill one and the other one still has like a limp of life left. At least with my luck, it definitely will be living like with a bug's heart of health, because this game loves to do that to me. Absolutely loves doing that to me, and just being a troll, especially with this Lufenia. Alright, so we woke up B, which is fine. Is A gonna wake up here? Yes. Okay, that's fine too. And maybe we should LD again, honestly. Or we can save it. Yeah, we can save it. Actually, I might actually use it here after that break, because then we can S2. Or, excuse me, C65. And then we'll break this one with the LD. Our last one. We're definitely gonna be bursting soon. It is almost time. Just gotta hang in there, that's all. Alright. We're gonna get another turn here because of the break. Lightning is just so good. Oh my gosh, it's completely insane on what she's capable of doing. Okay, good. I was actually hoping she would get pushed in front of B, because that's what we want. Good, good, good. I'll use an C65 to get that additional regen. And I'm actually gonna break, maybe I should actually LD here for the splash. No, we'll leave the splash to Edward. Maybe we'll get super lucky and he just kills both at the same time. Nope. One can hope, though. One can hope. Alright, now would be honestly the best time to burst. So let's actually pop our Pinello, because that is our HP regen doing bursts when fog status is a thing. And of course we're gonna start off with the Mighty EX. What a fitting way to end the fight than by Blinded by Light. You know what I mean? Alright. Honestly, I wish it was Saber's Edge right now, because I think that'd be more fitting for this Lufenia boss fight. But Blinded by Light is equally as good. Alright. So they're pretty much both at the same threshold right now, so I think if I really attack anything, it'll die with... Let's see if this will kill it. I don't know, okay. Definitely the LD though, that will kill, and then our EX will then kill. Or our burst will then, kill the last one. Alright, so that one's gone, perfect. And this is what I mean by, the fog, because I want that to counteract the sap, but... We did it so well that we only took 1 turn of sap. At least if this kills, we only took 1 turn of sap. Because again, this game loves to troll me. Is it dead? Wow. Wow. I really wish my initial clear went this smooth, because it was not this smooth. Oh my god. Okay, well, you know, I mean, the best thing I can say is that keep at it, guys. I know this Lufenia is difficult, and basically any of them are really difficult, but it definitely tests our ability to make a team comp as perfect as this one is, and really go at it at the best of our abilities and use everything to the best of our advantages as well. Again, if you don't have Lightning, don't sweat it. You can absolutely do this with other DPS in your rosters, as long as they can fill in that niche role that Lightning can do. Even though you're going to be missing the burst and all of that, as long as you're able to have a DPS that can basically bring down both bosses at the same time, so you're dealing with the fog statuses at an equal amount of time, so you're not overwhelming your party, this is absolutely 100% doable without Lightning. But with that being said, if you like what you see here, guys, let me know. Leave a thumbs up, leave a comment section below. I love to hear from you, so leave me a comment, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Again, this is a great fight, and I absolutely enjoy Lufenia at this difficulty level, because I love the fact that they're getting more diverse, especially with their rosters. But again, I'll catch you guys next time for the next Lufenia. Peace out.